Hello my fellow ghostly monsters. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Stewart Indian School in Carson City, Nevada. Little disclaimer here that I want to tell you guys is that it is an Indian preservation. Well, there's like areas of it that is an Indian preservation, so you do need permission to go on property to this area in Carson City, Nevada. If you plan on going there, please get in contact with the correct people that you need to contact. If you have any interest in paranormal investigating there, or even just checking out the area for history and whatnot. It is filled with history, very sad history, but it is filled with history. If you guys are at all interested, please look into it first and do your security routes first. Don't just go barreling in there because you can be arrested and escorted off a property. In today's paranormal vlog, I wanted to talk to you about a little trip that a paranormal group that I was in, we took to Carson City, Nevada. I didn't know very much about it at all because as I paranormal investigate, I like to not know what I'm going into. I like to know as I discover on my own. So all I knew, I probably have this information incorrect because it's been a few years. Based off of what I was told and what I remember, it was a school to transition Native Americans into the modern lifestyle. As far as I know, that's what this place was for. Now, as far as the actual things that happened at this property, it was horrible. Things of like suicides, molestation. Pedophilia was known to happen there from the teachers and security people. They would rape the minors and people there. There was just a lot of horrible history there at this property. So to bear all that in mind, I was lucky enough with my paranormal group to go to this place with another paranormal group. I don't know who it was exactly. I'm sorry. I've forgotten everybody's names. That all being said, this place was magical. And I say that as I know it's a horrible history, horrible things there, but seriously, the vibe there is so unique. You seriously feel like you're in a whole nother realm. It's just so weird. It's not creepy. I don't want people to be like scared or anything because it's not creepy. It's just so different. You just got this vibe of like history, and yes, there's sadness, but just memories really. And we were able to go into very specific buildings because like I said, there are areas that are specifically marked as Indian preservation and other areas that were not. During the paranormal investigation itself, not a whole lot happened. As far as I know, when it came to my audio recording sessions for EVP sessions, nothing came up. So it was a bummer when it came to certain things. I know in the gym there was a lot of rumors surrounding the gym because of a weird sound that would happen every so often, and we ended up debunking it, finding out that it was a hand on a clock on the wall that would squeak as each minute passed. That was interesting, but it was really nice to be able to finally debunk that, and I was part of the group that debunked that, so that way all of those claims of weird things happening in there could die down and maybe see if actual paranormal things would happen there versus just a sound. From there, the buildings themselves had a lot of weird things inside of them. Like there were still beds and everything, still some clothing and stuff just kind of laying about. A lot of markings on the walls, and there were years written on there. I think there was one of like 1960s something or other written on the wall. That was really cool to see. I did take pictures and everything, but from all the moving and everything that I've done in the past 5 years of my life, it's just gone, and I'm really sorry. I really wish I still had them, but I have no idea where they are. Sorry. And as far as my audio recordings, again, I'm having this problem. If anybody knows how to convert WMA files to an actual, like maybe an MP4 or something I can actually use on my Mac, because I can't play my audio files because they're all in WMA format and I have the hardest time converting them, and I'm really upset over it and I'm really frustrated, but at the same time I'm just being patient. I'm trying to do as much research into it as I can. So like I said, now in the buildings there wasn't really that much activity. There really was a whole lot of debunking going on, not so much of anything else. Here's where it got interesting. amazing. On the outside, we had kind of like a meetup area where we all had these chairs kind of in a semicircle. Whenever our groups would take a break so another group could go in and do their investigating, you know, we would have a sit down and everything. And one of my co-investigators from my personal group that I was in, he was sitting down next to me in this semicircle, and I looked at him and I was like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And he's like, well, what are you seeing? And I was like, if I focus on anything, if I focus on a person in front of me, next to me, anything, in my peripheral, I'm seeing people, like not just like one or two, crowds of people just all around. It was the most insane experience that I've ever had. Like I said, it felt like you're in a whole nother realm. Oh, it was so fascinating. And he was actually, he stopped what he was doing and started focusing on something, and he's like, oh my God, I'm seeing it too. And I was like, okay, good. So it's not just me. So all the other people that were there too, they started doing it, and they're like, yeah, I'm seeing people all around. Like I'm seeing like different sizes of people too. Heads, shoulders, not really actual like identifying like eyes, nose, things like that, but it was just like silhouettes of people just all around, and it was so intense. My co-investigator, he ended up sitting across from me at one point, and right behind him was a light post, and I was talking to him about the places that I went with the group that I was in and the things that we did and what we debunked, and then all of a sudden I stopped and I just stared at him, because in my peripheral I saw a person running up and stopping right behind the light post. And when I looked, I was like, Andy, do me a favor, get up and go check that light post. And he was like, why? I was like, can you just do it? And he was like, okay. He walked all around it, and he goes, what's up? And I was like, I swear I saw a person run right up behind it and stayed there as if to hide there. We switched places, and so he started talking to me and everything, and he was like, now I'm not seeing what you saw, but I am seeing people. And that's when I was like, okay, are you seeing people like in groups and in crowds? And he was like, yeah, I see like people at 2 at a time, or people at like 3, 4, maybe even more at a time, just walking, just like as if it's a normal day, and they're just like walking around. And it was just the weirdest thing, and it's just so cool. It was so great to experience this, but at the same time it was so sad to go into each room and know about the things that happened on that property. It was just really horrible and just really saddening, and like there were times where I just wanted to just start crying because I just felt so bad. If you have any time or anything, please look up the history of the Stewart Indian School in Carson City, Nevada. Horrible history, horrible everything, just oh, it was awful. But to actually go there and experience it and to see the paranormal things that would happen there, that was so different from the typical paranormal investigation, especially one that you like expect to have things happen because of so many claims. I ended up finding out at the end of the whole thing that there's quite a lot of claims of things happening at these schools and at this building. I think it was the gym. Supposedly there was a kid that hung herself in that gym. But yeah, a lot of suicide, a lot of murder-suicide, I believe. I think there was like 2 or 3 murder-suicides there. But yeah, like I said, a lot of history, a lot of sad history, but the paranormal things that happen there are so unique and different, and just the feeling is something I'll never forget. Sorry that this paranormal vlog was a little vague and not a very good show and tell with pictures or anything, but I still hope you guys like this paranormal vlog as far as story time. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, wherever it may be. I know you guys like my paranormal vlog videos where I share my paranormal stories. Like I said before, in probably other videos, I'm not sure, but I have so many paranormal stories to still share with you guys. I'm barely touching into like my amount of paranormal stories. Hang around and I'll have more stories to share with you guys. So don't forget, yin yang is a balance, and the balance lies within yourself. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I love you guys so much. Bye!